Hello, my name is Daniel Yuck. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate your time and support. In today's video, I want to share with you how we can go about cleaning our needles while we are tattooing. Within this video, should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. With that being said, let's get right on into this. Okay, so first and foremost, before I continue saying anything else in this video, this is not to be misconstrued right here. When I say clean, we aren't cleaning to sterilize these needles to use on different clients. This is going to be on a per client basis, and it's very important that we understand that. The point of cleaning out needles per session is to be able to use multiple colors or use different tones of black with the same needle without having to switch to multiple needles. Now, if you want to clean out your needles, we can go ahead and do that in the session when we're tattooing, or if you want to use one needle for every color, you can go ahead and do that. There really is no right or wrong. It really comes down to your personal preference as the tattoo artist. But please note, this process is not by any means a way to sterilize a needle to use on one client and then another. Needles are one-time use only, and it's very, very important that we understand that. Please do not reuse needles on multiple clients. One needle per client. You get the idea. So let's say I'm going to be doing a tattoo that involves multiple gray washes. I have multiple colors going on, but I want to kind of limit the needles that I'm going to be using in that session, which is totally okay and possible. Again, there's nothing wrong with this approach. There's nothing wrong with the approach of using multiple needles per color. How I am going to go about it is I now use Witch Hazel. Witch Hazel is the solution that I use to clean out and rinse off my needles when I'm switching in between colors. You can use distilled water should you choose to do so. I used to use alcohol. However, I did feel that alcohol was a bit too harsh to use, so therefore I went with Witch Hazel, and as you can see, Witch Hazel actually has alcohol in it. So for me, this one was a win-win, not only for the alcohol, but because Witch Hazel helps to soothe the skin, which could calm down redness in the process of tattooing. If the skin is getting swelled, it can also assist to help with that as well, which is why I personally chose to go with Witch Hazel. In my opinion, Witch Hazel is a must-have for any tattoo artist. It's wonderful on the skin. For me personally, this is what I'm going to be using along with some rinse cups. I'll be using these needles to demonstrate how I go about cleaning needles. So here are some rinse cups. These are just regular, as you can see, 3-ounce rinse cups right here. They are a plastic type of rinse cup. What I do is I put a solution in here. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and just fill this up on video here. So I'm going to put a good amount, maybe around halfway, maybe 60%, somewhere around here, as you can see. And this is essentially what I'm going to be using per tattoo session to clean out my needles when I need to go back for different colors or different tone. Along with that setup, I'm going to be using a Scotch shop wipe for this demonstration here. However, this can work, the napkin could work with any napkins that you use on your end, whether you're using MD wipeouts, blue Scotch shop wipes, regular white napkins. I think the best thing that works for this though is gauze, simply because the fibers from the napkins won't get caught in the needles. So gauze may be a better way to go when we are tattooing on human skin. However, what I'm going to show you here in this video will still translate over just fine. Okay, so here you can see I have green ink within this cartridge. Let's say I'm done applying and tattooing the area that's required with this colored ink right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my needle and I'm going to place it into the rinse cup, as you see me doing here, until this fully flushes out. Like so. And I can go in there. I don't want to go too deep, as I don't want the water to come up here, or the Witch Hazel. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dip it back and forth. And I move it around in the cup like you see me doing here, so that way I can get all of the ink out. And again, I'm not going too deep. I really don't dip the entire cartridge, just enough to get the ink to come out from the cartridge itself into the cup. I'll go ahead and take it out and then re-dip, and you're going to notice every time I do that, some more ink comes out. So this process of actually removing the ink is actually pretty straightforward and not complicated at all. Granted, when you're doing this, you don't want to hold your cup. You can leave it on your station. I'm just doing this so that way you get a close-up view. Repeat that process. Literally just washing out the ink as you see me doing here. And then I'm going to turn my machine off and then wipe away any excess to see what I am working with. And you can see there is still a little bit of green there. However, most of the ink is now out. The point of cleaning out needles is so that way when we switch over to a different color, we're not changing the tone of the original color that we were supposed to use, and we're not contaminating the colors that we need to use along the way. So when I'm done dipping it in here and once I've gotten all of it rinsed out, what I do is I like to kind of lay it down on a napkin like this, like so. Just to remove any of the excess liquid. I don't rub my needles on the napkin like that, as I don't want any fibers to get in there. So I stay away from doing this sort of motion on my napkins. I like to just have the needle hover over like so, and I let the napkin do the work for me by pulling out the fluids in there. So now I have a clean needle that was just contaminated with a dark green color. This is the process that I'm going to repeat each and every color. So you can see now I have a sort of like neon green within this cartridge. So the needle now has ink within it. I'm going to repeat that exact same process here. So you can see every time I take it out, dip it into the water, it takes out more and more ink, which is exactly what I want. You can even swish it around a little bit, but again, you don't want to submerge the entire cartridge. I really never dip it more than the groove on the cartridge right there. So this is probably right here is around the deepest that I'll ever go. I don't really feel like we need more than that. I will swish it around a little bit to help withdraw the ink that's in there. And then I'm going to repeat that process where I allow the ink to be pulled out with a napkin like so. You can see how it's withdrawing the ink there. You can do this with both sides. And again, you want to refrain from wiping your needles like so. You don't really want to do that. We don't want to get fibers in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this process until it's clean. So you can see there's still a tint of green there. I'm just going to go ahead and dip it right back into the cup. Let me get a clean spot to show you the withdrawal of the liquid from the cartridge. I just simply lay it on top like that. And you can see how the napkin does the work for me by pulling out the contaminated remaining liquid. I can do this to both sides like so. Forgive me for that. You don't want to do that. But the idea, again, is actually really straightforward and simple. And I'm just going to repeat this until it's clean to my satisfaction. There really isn't a sort of like, it's not complex, so to speak. It's not a hard process. It's actually really straightforward. We just really have to pay attention and use our eyes. But this comes in handy when we want to use one needle for multiple colors. And again, some artists may disagree. Some artists would rather just use one needle per color, which is also a good way to go to reduce any sort of fluctuations within the colors. That's not a bad way to go about it. However, not everyone likes that approach, and for those that don't like that approach, and for those that would rather clean out the needle and switch to another color, this one's for you. So you can see now there's no more liquid coming out, and that's about as clean as I'm going to get this. Keep in mind, we had a dark green and a lighter green in here, and the needle is looking clean. This would be done with essentially any color that we are using, from green, yellow, purple, red, even black. So you can see I now have black within this cartridge right here. Let me show you all the way around. There is definitely black ink within this cartridge now. The same process continues. Again, you just want to leave your cup there. I'm going to move it so that way I can get a clear example for this demonstration. But whenever you're doing it, just leave your cup down, rinse like so. There's no need to tip it over. I'm only doing that for camera angle just to confirm. So as you can see, it's going to be the same thing. Now, for example, one thing that I want to point out here is you can see how I dip this black ink straight into the colored ink. I don't really feel like there's anything against doing that. However, me personally, I wouldn't mind having a cup, one for colored ink and then one for black. The same rinse cup, but just used for different applications. That's also acceptable. Or if you wanted to use one cup for all the colors, feel free to do so. These are the options that we do have available to us though. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just cleaning out any excess here with the rinse cup, and you can see it's coming out. And then we're going to repeat the process of letting the napkin withdraw the ink for us. You can see it's removing the liquid there. I don't even have to put the needles onto the napkin. The napkin does all the work for me. I could scrape the sides to clean the shell a little bit, to clean the tubing there. But you can see we're almost back to a clean needle here to be ready to dip into another color or another black tone. Now, if you're not able to clean it while it's running, feel free to turn the machine off as well. Open up a napkin and wipe away like so. You don't want to scrape the needles. You want to be real mindful. I'm just simply grabbing on the tubing right here and the surrounding areas of the tubing, like the back. I don't want to touch that needle tip. I want to stay away from getting this needle tip clipped onto the napkin, just to avoid any fibers from sticking in the needle, clogging it up potentially. But that right there is how we would go about cleaning black ink. A little off topic, but let's say we do get napkin fibers within the needle. The safest way to attempt to remove them would be to completely remove the cart. Then you're going to want to press the plunger down. And then what I'm going to do is wipe the needles on the napkin like so. Notice how I'm not scraping the needle like that. Notice how I'm not grabbing the needle like that. All I'm doing is I'm pressing down the plunger and I'm just simply wiping the needle like so. And then I can do this all the way around, potentially removing any fibers that are stuck between the needles here. So that's another way that we can go about cleaning up the needles themselves. And this is probably, for me, the safest approach to cleaning needles. I have seen some people run their machine and then have the needle running and they're doing this, which for me is a bit scary. I won't do that, but to each their own. I would much rather remove the cartridge so I have full control over it, press it down, the plunger, and remove like so. Not like that, but like this. I don't really like to grab it either because it risks still leaving fibers or bending the needles on a microscopic level. So I would rather just gently wipe the needles off like so on both sides, even the sides like this, until you're happy with the results. I feel like it's important to reiterate one more time that when we go about cleaning needles, it is only on a per client basis, and because we would like to use one needle for multiple colors. That's pretty much the main reason why we would go about rinsing out needles. This process is not by any means to sterilize the needle and use on another client. That's not what is going on here. What this is to be able to switch between different black tones or different colors with the same needle. And you can see that it's totally possible. Now, a quick tip, if you are going to be using multiple colored ink and multiple black tones, then you're probably going to want to go with two different rinse cups. You're going to want to do one for black, specific, all the different tones of black, and then one for all of the colors. That's how I would go about it, just to avoid any cross-contamination on any of the lighter colors. Another thing is that this can be done with essentially any needle that we are using. It doesn't matter if it's a round liner, a round shader, a mag, a round mag, a larger mag. You get the idea. This can be done with any needle with the exact same process. So that'll be it for this one right here. You can see these results are nice. There isn't any contamination that's noticeable within the needles here. There is just a little staining going on in the back, but that's to be expected. That right there is how I go about rinsing out my tattoo needles, so that way I can use multiple black tones or multiple colors with the same needle. Should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring my bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. With that being said, I appreciate your time and I thank you for tuning in. You have a great day.